Alright YouTube, I'm back. I managed to get us to switch over to the SD card. But this is after a little bit of rev. I don't know if you can hear it over my blabbering mouth, but the car's running now. It's got 56,232. Driven 83 miles since full. But yeah. I installed an aftermarket head unit. I just couldn't cope with the AM/FM cassette. The cassette did not work, and I had to constantly tune the thing to keep it in a station. It was just annoying. So with as little impact to the dash, I just removed the ashtray and mounted it in that spot. I mounted this guy here. The factory dash clock still works. 11:46 a.m. The car's humming along. A little dusty. Needs a good cleaning. Let's see here. See if I can get you guys mounted up on the dash here. And we can take a little spin. Let me try to hold this. This might actually work out. Alright, let's go for a little ride. Try not to hit the sidewalk or the wall back out here. Or the Focus. I'm sure my mom would not be happy if I hit her car. And the camera's already sliding. Or the mailbox. Yeah, I recently traded in my 2002 Blazer. It was featured on a couple of Blazer guys' videos in the past. Let's try to stall there. And I picked up that fine automobile. It's a 2012 Nissan Altima 2.5S. The Blazer it was near the end of its lifespan. It was putting metal shavings into the oil each time I changed it. It was having random times where it would overflow the overflow. It would burble out, and mix that with the fact that it got horrible fuel economy. The filler neck was leaking. I couldn't put gas in it without it pouring everywhere, and it was also triggering the check engine light. I don't know if you picked up on that shift at all. Back to this car. The other issue I've had with this car is the transmission. The first day I ever drove it was the day that it got inspected. It's the first time I actually really drove the car. It was before I owned it. I drove the car because I went with him to pick it up from the place that we got it inspected. And I was able to drive it around Monroeville here. Car shifted fine. No issues. Ran great. Yeah, it was fine there. On the way home with it back to his house, I started to climb a hill, and it was holding out on the second gear shift, and it would kind of just munch it. It would just kind of pound it. And it seemed to do it more so when you tried to like accelerate up a steep hill, or if you try to merge, do anything that involves a hard acceleration. So we flushed the fluid. I ended up buying the car regardless because it seems to be not anything I'm terribly worried about. If it shifts, I'm not worried about it for the time being. For as much as I drive the car, I've driven it a lot, but that was mostly in the beginning I drove it. Now, I haven't driven it a whole lot because it actually got better fuel economy than my Blazer did. It just now kind of clunked into that gear. We flushed the fluid. There's no major friction material or anything like that, but it still isn't just shifting quite right. And I had a couple people comment is after it started acting up, I started adjusting the throttle valve cable, which I soon learned that that's not something to do to the faint of heart. Not really something you want to mess with. I found that out later. But we got that finally tuned and adjusted. See how it kind of hesitance on second gear shift. and got it back to shifting about as close to normal as I can. I'm just not sure what's really causing it. A lot of guys commented it's not the original transmission. I don't know. I would imagine it is. I wouldn't understand why it wouldn't be when it only has 50-some thousand miles on it. That would be a little odd to me that the original owner that are elderly would have had to put a transmission in this car. But it does have a solenoid unplugged or something unplugged on the side of it. And it's looped up the plug, and the plug's just hanging there. And that plug does go up to the harness, so I'm not sure. The car does shift, and it's, into my opinion, it goes into overdrive. I can feel the torque converter lock up. So I'm not really 100% sure what the deal is with that. It's the 204R, I believe it was in this. Yeah. 4-speed automatic with overdrive. I don't know where I can put this camera. It's not gonna fall when I go to do this move. Good idea to fasten my seatbelt. Alrighty. And I want to be quiet for the shift. There's a lot of traffic, so I don't think I'm going to try to do it. One thing this V8 or I should say one thing this V8 lacks, and that is power. It is not very powerful. I'm just not going to try it. I think I'm going to go now, though. Yes. Now, of course, it seemed to have actually shifted somewhat normal there. It does it more so once the transmission heats up. You see it's still in second gear. There's third gear. Now I'm doing about 50. I'm gonna let up. It's still cold. And that should be overdrive right there. I'm trying not to make you guys too seasick here. This is going to be a fun turn. This thing's about I'm just going to hold the camera at this point. Me? I don't know how much you can hear. I mean, the car upshifts and downshifts just fine. I'll come to a stop here because I'm actually going to turn the heat on. It's like I said, it's 30 degrees out today. Heater works good. There, see how it just now kind of shifted in? I don't understand it. How is it called? I'll be quiet and let you hear it a little bit. I hope none of this is ice. Oh, crazy lady walking her dog. This is a horrible road to be walking your dog on, just for the record. I'm wondering why I'm all over the road as I'm trying to avoid these holes. The road's quite horrible here. It does not get much attention. Every year they just stone chip it and call it a day. A little gravel and tar. Alrighty, we're gonna make this turn. Once again, I'm running out of video space. But you kind of get the idea. See it perfectly fine. When you're not dogging it, you're not trying to accelerate or anything. You can definitely tell it's cold, everything's shuddering. Once again, people that don't know what they're doing and parking on a bend like that. Alright, so we're gonna come back on the street here. And that's about all I can say about it for now. I'm gonna try to get these videos uploaded. I'm just gonna park it here for now. Yeah, if you guys have any comments, any ideas what's going on here, it'd be really helpful if you could give me some ideas. Just wanted to kind of get you some videos out and show you what's been going on with my channel, since I haven't posted anything in quite a while. I doubt I even have any followers, but we'll see how that turns out. All right, have a goodie.